How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lone Wolf, and yeah, got quite a few things today. I laid a cable, I built a road, and I delivered some pipes. Just quickly, I downloaded the 4K texture pack. That first bit of footage you seen was after. This is from the video I did yesterday. You can flick back and forth if you want. Here's like, the problem was, comparing it, was there's a different time of day and weather and lighting and everything, and I can't just change it, but the first clip was 4K texture pack, apparently. The second one was yesterday, before that. The third one was a different time of day, but a 4K texture pack. So, first thing I am doing today, got this vehicle again. There's a place I need to repair. It's back on like the first part of the island, near where we had like the original garage spot on the first map. There's a water pipe section thing that needs fixing. Yeah, and it only needs one pipe. While I was driving into this little thing as well, there was a barrel next to me, so I picked that up. And it actually ended up counting as about a quarter of a pipe, I think, which is not too bad. I sort of guesstimated yesterday that it's probably going to be like 10% or something, because the various things I brought, like the broken steel pipes, for example, don't really seem to cash in as much. But yeah, the barrel was actually not too bad. So, I'm going to like wiggle. It's different drawing the lines on this, and it'd be a pain in the arse trying to put 50 sort of non-linkable, non-self-deleting way markers, but with my kind of dot in the middle of the map, I just kind of scan the route I'm going to take, sort of back over the bridge I built the other day, down past the harbour that I discovered, looping around the bottom of the map, over the bridge, back to the first island, and yeah, up to the pipe. Now originally, I was thinking like I'll either cut this entirely or I'll just leave like a little bit in, but seeing as I downloaded that texture pack, kind of gives me a little chance to mention that. And yeah, I just thought I'd leave the footage because like, again, it's really tough to say because the lighting is different each time you load the game up and all the rest of it. Like right now, as part of the reason I thought I would leave the footage in is it's nice and bright and sunny, and it's crazy in this game how much difference that makes. Like when it's a nice bright sunny day, your vehicle really pops and all the rest of it, all the details in the various parts of the map or on your vehicle really stand out. And part of the problem was, after I downloaded the 4K texture pack, this was the same yesterday as well, it's been pissing down with rain for the vast majority of time I've been playing this game. And funnily enough, there's a few different things while this thing's driving along. There's a few things I sort of found out and all that today. One, there was an update. It sort of said to me, I've got like Steam, it kind of came up saying 90% downloaded. So someone said the other day that you have to re-download the whole game to update it or something. They might be like partially right. Again, I literally opened it up after I turned my computer on, so it didn't have any time to do anything before that. And yeah, it already opened up saying like 90% downloaded, and it took, I don't know, about 5 minutes, nothing too crazy. Yeah, and apparently in the update they've just fixed various bugs and all sorts. They've said in it like they've made the AI vehicles a little bit better at not getting stuck. I assume, speak of the devil, will be that little thing honking at me. Yeah, which in fairness it does seem to be a little less shocking. Like even there where I just drove past, you can see like the gouges in the ground that it just cut. Yesterday I'd have said like 99% likely it would have got stuck there, so that seems to be ticking along a little better. And yeah, as I was scrolling through, there's various bugs and stuff that I didn't even get to. There was like when you swing a tree round with the tree cutting machines, it's like phases into the vehicle and all sorts. But yeah, it's good because, again, I can't exactly remember the list off the top of my head, but via Steam there was like the latest notice. Sort of click on the patch 1.5 or something, and it gives you a little drop down menu of what's going on. And the other thing I found out that was pretty cool, I appreciate it. Someone said the other day, I think it might have been in the live stream, that there might be a way to transfer, like get your gameplay, because I've got SnowRunner, and as like when I bought this game, it gave me like a loyalty bundle offer, and I was able to buy SnowRunner for 10 quid. And when I did the test footage the other day, that was with a AGL loaf, goddamn horse. But yeah, I wasn't too sure. Obviously, I just started the game fresh, and when I was looking today, when I turned it on, it was actually, I tried it yesterday. I turned my PS4 on and loaded up SnowRunner, and typically when you launch the game it then says, oh, an update is on the way. Forgot about it yesterday, left my PS4 on all night, Today realised it was still on and thought, oh yeah, I wanted to check SnowRunner. I tried that pros account thing. It's, yeah, PROS in capital letters. It comes up, it's came up on SnowRunner. It also comes up when I fire this game up. So I decided to figure out what was going on with that. And I'll probably make, yeah, most likely I will make like a dedicated video to this, but I just figured like since I found it out, I'll let you know. But yeah, so it had a QR code. When I loaded up SnowRunner on my PlayStation 4, I had a QR code and it opened up, I suppose that pros thing that's linking SnowRunner and all the rest of it on my phone, and I had to sign up, email and password, usual stuff. And once I opened it, it sort of said, right, my account's linked. So then I opened up SnowRunner on my PC and scanned that QR code and went through all the things again. It's not too complicated, but got that linked. I also then opened Roadcraft, got that linked, and then when I was on my PS4 one, when you open it up, it says upload or download cloud save data. So I tried to upload like my PS4 data, came to the PC. At first it wasn't working, but then when I actually looked on my phone, because I was kind of logged into this website it was linking me to with a QR code, somewhere on it, I could click transfer, and the reason I stopped in the end was because I had to tick some boxes saying like I accept that it'll delete my save data on like the PC, for example, because I'm going to try and overwrite it. Right at the end it basically said any mods you don't have will be deleted, so obviously I didn't continue with it because I've got a shitload of mods on my PS4. Oh sorry, not mods, like DLC. I've got loads of that on my PS4 and I've not yet got it on the PC. The good news on that front, by chance, there was just a message of the day flicking through on SnowRunner, and said press F8 about the season year 4 DLC. I was looking the other week for year passes. Like Steam so far was only offering me to buy each season individually at like £6 each, and there's about what 16 of them now. But yeah, I found sort of the year 4 pass. It's basically reduced it all down to about £55, which is not too bad because you end up getting year 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then there's quite a few of like the vinyl packs and truck packs. Not all of them, but a bunch of them. Yeah, so at least that's a little bit cheaper than doing it individually. But yeah, the good news is I can't 100% because I didn't physically click it, but it said on my phone transfer. I just had to agree to the conditions and click like transfer, and then apparently my PS4 SnowRunner saves, the ones I've been playing for years basically, would then be accessible. Then on the PC version of SnowRunner I'd open the pros account like to access that, and then it'd say again upload or download cloud save data, and obviously from the PC end I would download it. So yeah, the good news is it's looking pretty damn likely there is actually a way to link or yeah, like in my case, I used to play on the PS4, now I've moved over to the PC. There is actually a way to transfer it, which is pretty damn cool. The pros account actually seemed, yeah, like quite a good idea. Like I say, I ended up linking, I even linked Roadcraft, and I went on my PS4 and linked Expeditions as well. You unlock like a few different paint schemes in this game, so yeah. Not like it might not be worth it for most people, but I was doing it more to see if I could get my save footage anyway, and yeah, it's looking good, so fingers crossed. I can't buy all the DLC in that yet, because there's loads of other trucks I've got to buy in that as well, but eventually when I can do that, yeah, at least that makes it a lot easier to just transfer over to SnowRunner PC and not actually have to start the entire game and do like 1,000 missions over again. Not that I mind it in that sense, but I've already made videos of them, and yeah.
Good work. If the locals don't appreciate it yet, they soon will.
Yeah, so got the old pipe delivered. I tried as well, I left the footage out, but I got that broken pipe in my sideboard, and that's what she said. I strapped it in, and then I transferred my mule truck over to the mountain side garage or whatever it is. Long story short, it didn't bring the pipe with me for whatever reason. It just, when you look back on the map, it's just abandoned there. So, kind of part 2 of the video. Next thing is building a road, and the good news is, well, I quite like the road building anyway, but I found a pretty quick way to build the roads. Like, you don't necessarily have to sit there for like 10 minutes, or if you... Well, it's all pretty new and everything at the minute, but you may be deeper into the game, or you may have replayed it, or you might be doing multiplayer with a mate or whatever, and you've already sort of done the same bits, so you don't necessarily want to do every little detail. Yeah, the key is always the goddamn horse. Yeah, bring the horse. See, one thing I do like about him, you just aim. I can see the yellow box in the distance where I want my mission to go, and yeah, where we're going, life doesn't need roads. Tried to say it was drowning in there. If that's the case, might have to could do with a bit of a snorkel or something would be nice. Which, thinking about it, I've not even found the loaf in the shop. I don't think money can buy him, he's that good. But yeah, so I'm not sure if you're able to, or if there'll be like future loafs on other maps that are slightly different configurations. Anyway, once I came here, it's the recall option, so got all 4 vehicles. Because I'm in the mission square, it automatically assumes that I want all 4 vehicles, which I was like, yep, cool. That is what I want. Yeah, so that saved me kind of 10-20 minutes driving these vehicles over here, which there is other ways to transport them, which I'll get to later in the video. Yeah, like when I said the other day, by the way, I used to honk my horn in SnowRunner, and it lets me know where I'm editing. It used to do like a sound pressure wave in SnowRunner, so when you're scrolling through footage like 3 times quicker than it would play, there's no volume, but then when I could see the pressure waves of the horn, that's when I'd know like the footage, that's roughly where I want to start slowing it down and inspecting it. That's why it doesn't really work as well in this game, because you can't tell without volume when I've hit the horn. So, I started in the dump truck, open up the menu, and then it says like you can press square to sort of automatically set the dump truck and everything off. However, then I switched to the dozer, and again, press square to start the dozer. The dozer started, and strictly speaking, you might even be able to do it a little bit quicker than this. I didn't want to take the piss too much, as you can see, like the dozer reversed into the roller, and if I already start the paver, I didn't want it all getting too crazy. But the dozer, sorry, the dump truck is still in the middle of dumping sand. The dozer's already been told to get going, and it's kind of lining up. And then, yeah, I've already gone in the paver and just told that now to set off, which is now following the dozer. And then now I'm in the roller, and again, for some reason it went back out the mission. I think I would have like, I went back in that way, opened it back up. Yeah, press square. It already tells you as well, like a list underneath that's all the different vehicles that are currently working on it. And as you can see, in the space of like 2 minutes, and not a lot of effort at all, yeah, it's already dumped the sand, smoothed it out with the dozer, in the middle of paving it, and now the roller's following just behind, squidging all the road flat to get that mission done. So, as I say, if you're, you know, helping mates complete it and stuff, and or you're just not in the mood. I wasn't trying to skip the roads. I don't find it boring either. I just, as I set off with the dump truck, it just occurred to me like, do I have to wait until the first truck has done its step and so on? And yeah, it appears you don't. So again, at some point, I'll try and truly speedrun it and see if I can get them like near enough, just one after the other, like the dozer 2 foot behind the dump truck and the paver a couple of foot behind that, and then the roller to finish it off. So once that road was built, next mission was a side mission, but I think it was, no, sorry, it wasn't a side mission. I believe it was like the second half. Yeah, if you look, build a road and send a convoy from the steel mill to Ambala, so it's like the second part. So I started drawing the lines. I won't leave it all in, but as I was drawing the lines, there's like some stuff on the road there, so you have to sort of draw around that. Yeah, cut up my new road I've made, and then it's going to the mountain base. That was it. That's what I recovered that mule to when it stole my steel pipe. So once you dispatch vehicles, the what's this? The Voron. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that I ran those gates out of the way. They've got like the little yellow handles on it, so I could have came up with a winch and pulled them open. But what I did think was cool about this, I know it's only a truck with like a full trailer rather than just a flatbed or a sideboard. And yeah, I've seen plenty of trucks, not only in real life but also on SnowRunner. But yeah, I just really like the look of this anyway. I like the fact that it's the full trailer, like closed option or whatever. And yeah, so I just thought while I've done this, I'll let the AI drive and have a bit of camera footage of this ticking along. So yeah, overall, like I say, there seems to be every day there's like more and more. You sort of unlock a bit more, do a few more things, figure a few more things out, and it's going pretty well so far. Goddamn horse. Yeah, so I'm assuming at some point pretty soon we can buy one of these vehicles and get these sorts of trailers. I've also seen, like, I think since they did patch the update thing, there's new, should we say, like loading screen thumbnails, and there's a picture of basically a Zik 605R with a big trailer. It looks a bit like those heavy something or other trailers in SnowRun, and that's got a couple of vehicles on it. So yeah, at first this game is like less like SnowRunner. I'm not saying it's becoming more like SnowRunner, but we're getting more to trucks, trailers, transporting vehicles with bigger trucks and all the rest of it. I left that bit of footage in. I've done the mission. As the truck was, like, the Taiga was ramming things, or sorry, the Voron was ramming things, and the truck was catching it up and ended up keep crashing into it and nearly making it swerve off and crash. Bit of a weird angle here. It makes you draw the line to, like, the end circle, but the Voron managed to get in there. The truck seemed stuck for a bit, but I just carried on with my missions. So yeah, next one is doing cables with this thing. So on the right hand side it says to connect electricity to a location, 1, use the cable layer vehicle, 2, find an active electricity source, which is like the blue circle I'm in, and then 3, use the cable layer to connect the required location. And yeah, this is the vehicle it gave me yesterday for, what was it I did? Is it building the steel pipes? I think it might have been. And now I was looking already, like, these concrete slabs here. I was telling myself, right, go past them. That's why I checked that, to make sure the radius is still there, but then at the last second I thought, nah. Let's get the hook out, see if we can rip up a concrete slab. It says, though, cannot break the surface to lay cable, so I was like, fair enough. At least I've thought of it, which is clever, because if, yeah, I realise gamers will try and test and break every single thing going, just for the fun of it. Hence why 5 minutes after I found a goddamn horse or a vehicle, I was parked upside down on a dump truck. Yeah, and then this is the cable laying machine, really. You hit a button, activate the trench digger actions, and it all folds out. It's got like a big, massive hook that sort of rips the ground up behind it. It's got like these little wheel with like mini digger bucket things on that are shoving up the soil, and then it's feeding itself some cable. I'm turning like flat out. I mean, it makes sense, but you know, this thing ain't gonna be doing right angles or anything like that. It's very slow sweeping turns. But yeah, again, another pretty random vehicle. I don't know any other game that's going to do this sort of thing, and this is, you can tell it's a bit of a hand-holding kind of simple version to get you going. I've only got to drive to this thing up the road, and there's a road to follow all the way, although strictly speaking it didn't make me follow the road or anything. There is obviously like the rocks to the left. It wouldn't let me go through them, I assume, but yeah, in theory I don't have to drive along the road. I just, to be honest, it didn't even occur to me, like I could have swerved off the road, but nonetheless I probably would have done this anyway. It's a bit cleaner. Well, I wasn't certain at the time, but behind me it's leaving like, it's not too bad, but a bit of a trench in the road, and yeah, instead of milking it or whatever, there's you can't really flatten it out like as much as you'd think. And this just happened to be a route for AI vehicles. This thing was coming towards me. I figured at this point, sod it, I'm just going to ram it, and it should disappear after it moans that it can't pass the route, because otherwise I'm either going to try and steer around it and then my cable will go off all wonky, or I'll have to turn the cable machine off, and yeah, that little Land Rover thing, it lost the battle. Interior view, can't really see sod all, but in fairness, if this is the an accurate depiction of this kind of vehicle, then it's got a big spool of cable on the front. You probably can't really see sod all in real life anyway. And then you can see just up ahead there's like a big red circle where it's obviously asking me to take the connection to. In theory, I possibly could have followed the road and just clipped the edge of the circle to the left, but to swerve off there, go up this way, just see, like, because it was from a proper road to a little bit more of a dirt road, see if there's any difference in the animations or anything going on. And no, it doesn't even, like, I suppose the blue electricity bit just touched it, but yeah. Job done. Objective complete. Supply Ambala with electricity. As power is restored, the town's lights steadily illuminate. They spread bright and hopeful glow over the exhausted community. So you can see, like, the traffic lights are working. Loaf's Palace that he called dibs on the other day. He's now got lights in his home, which I'm happy for him. This place looks like it was abandoned 20 years ago, but apparently that still has electricity. Goal complete, turn on the lights.
Well, gosh, look at you go.
Kelly's
You
back.
just brought a whole region back from the brink. Now pass on the good news. You seem like you're a keeper. Well done.
I'm like a keeper. She wants me. Yeah, and then after that, all goals completed. The storm has passed, leaving only what we built to last. That rhymes. Our shift is coming to an end. We laid the groundwork for others to carry on. It's more than just structures, though. It's a bond we've created. And then it came asking, like, I can return to the hub or carry on playing. I clicked continue playing just for the footage. There's also a few other things I wanted to test. First of all, folded that machine in. Wasn't really a lot, but we did it. And then, yeah, now you can see on the map, like, obviously originally that was like the blue circle. It really does dig a trench and draw like a blue line in the map where your electricity is going. Now, what was a red circle is also blue because they're all connected up. That was saying failed the route, obviously because I rammed the Land Rover, so I wanted to restart the Land Rover and watch what it does. Funnily enough, like, this is why when after you leave the AI vehicles for 10 minutes and they say the route's blocked again, it's because they chew the road up like that, so then the second time they set off, they, yeah, keep chewing it up even more. And yeah, I was just curious though, because you can see the trench I've kind of left in the middle of the road. Even this Land Rover though, although to be fair, this Land Rover's not too bad. It's not like that van pre-patch anyway was pretty terrible. But it's not overly ridiculous. Like even the Land Rover's driving through it. The tyres of the Land Rover seem to be sinking through it. And yeah, that is about it for the mission. But I couldn't resist. I thought now the map's done anyway, I can basically go back to the main menu and start a new map, which I won't tonight because I was running a bit late after doing like the update and then the what do you call it, texture pack. So I wanted to bring the digger along. I was curious, like obviously it's chewed the road up, so I wanted to see what I can do. Is there anything that can be done to fix it? And overall, I'd say not really, or it's not really worth the effort if you wanted to be like get it back to perfect. It's not really going to happen. I tried the sand flattening mode, that did nothing, it just didn't register it as moving at all. I did the asphalt destruction mode, and as you can see the bucket's kind of through the ground and it's chewing it up. It is sort of laying it down a bit in fairness, you can see there with the camera pan around, it is actually chewing the ground up, but overall it's maybe a little bit flatter than it was, but not by a lot. So next that's to drive this bloody thing here, which took forever. It started rolling. It does squidge some bits of mud, but certainly not consistently to where you're just going to roll it out smooth. You can see it sort of bumped up on a bit of a hard bit and then sat down in its own little gap. And then again, let's send in the goddamn professional to pull this thing along. It doesn't steer very well though, especially when you winch it from sort of the front middle where I am. The rollers, I don't know, they almost like they want to steer off in all different directions, so it doesn't really follow you as well as any of the other vehicles. And yeah, I don't know, you can just see little bits, like this is probably not the best footage possibly. There was points where you could actually see the roller physically squidging the mud, but not, again, not to where it's going to like fix the road or anything like that. There's another Land Rover coming past, so I just thought I'd see what he's up to. Again, he's rallying across it pretty fine. And then switched away. I hadn't really got this far. Like, this is still how I ploughed it up, really. I've not been over here with a dozer or the roller. Yeah, again, you can just see its tyres are sinking through it. So next thing, I wanted to bring the paver. And yeah, this thing's pretty slow. Thankfully, the other day when I unlocked this garage, it gave me a step pipe. It's got like a car transporter thing already set up on it. So the good news is though, even though the ramps are reasonably steep, even the paver, which I was getting stuck a little bit. I think bugs like that though, when they've done the patch, I think they've just tweaked little things like possibly so the paver doesn't get hooked on like rough roads quite as much as it was. Obviously there's limits, it's a pretty sort of low vehicle anyway, and in theory it shouldn't be turning up until you've dumped sand, flattened it and all the rest of it, so it's probably not the ideal vehicle for off-roading. But yeah, I thought I'd leave the footage in, one because it's just my first time transporting anything on this game, Also, for what it's worth, when I parked the vehicle on the truck, it says strap cargo, but when I pressed it, it said like unable to secure cargo or whatever. So you can put other things on this truck, and it apparently should strap it down. But yeah, for whatever reason, a paver isn't one of them. I don't know if that just means all vehicles are unstrappable, or if there's like the roller might work getting strapped. I don't know. I'll have to test it out in the future. Again, there's like the amount I've chewed that road up even more as I've been bringing different vehicles. But yeah, the step pipe drives really nice. One thing I do like about this game, I don't know, the physics, the driving feels, I would say, nicer than SnowRunner, because SnowRunner has a tendency, like, a lot of vehicles don't weigh, sort of doesn't always like feel right, whereas in this game so far, I think it's at least a lot closer. The vehicles feel sort of like they behave like they have some serious vehicle amounts of weight to them, not like a crisp packet floating in the wind. Yeah, so got the paver out, folded it out. I obviously already kind of knew by now, well, it's not paving like a nice smooth road. I kind of figured it wouldn't when the roller and the dozer wasn't really flattening anything out. But again, for science, got to know these things. If nothing else, watching a couple of minutes at the end of this video might save you about an hour or two trying to bring everything over to a chewed up road just to figure out it doesn't really do too much. Yeah, again with the roller, just it sort of does like now. I think that's the dip I squidged when I originally tried the roller before I paved it. Wheel fits in there pretty nicely. Yeah, so all in all, kind of once you've chewed the road up, you may as well just leave it as is really, or if you don't want to chew the road up, try and find an alternative route, which I think in footage, like a Roadcraft advert, I'm sure I've seen a few seconds of like a cable layer sort of chewing through a forest, so you don't necessarily have to follow roads. But yeah, that was about it for today. Part the old roller up. That's pretty much everything I've tested, and yeah, like I say, the map's done, so tomorrow I'm assuming I'll go on to the next map, and we'll apparently it steps up a bit. But yeah, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.